Well, this video needs to be put out in this fashion because it's the absolute truth. George Soros is a cop killer. There's no beating around the bush with that statement. That's exactly what it is. And he's encouraging this, and he's also aiding and abetting and financing this one way, either directly or indirectly, or both, to actually format change in this country, foment change in this country to his advantage. He's a globalist to the max. He hates the United States. He hates Russia too, as a matter of fact. Um, Vlad also, yeah, I should also put a little caution about with Russia because if you know way back when, Henry Kissinger once stated, I think it was back in 1993 or something like that, in a Bilderberger meeting, he was alleged to say that, um, if there's police from Russia as part of a peacekeeping force on the streets of the United States today, people would look at it with abhorrence, but under the right conditions of civil unrest, they would welcome them. So you got to watch, supporting foreign leaders too much, especially when they're dictators. But being that Vladimir Putin has put out an arrest warrant for George Soros, I say good. I mean, why arrest him? Just waste the bastard, man. He's doing the same shit to everybody else. This guy's been a Nazi collaborator since day one. And it's also the poster boy for anti-Semites who like to say the Jews are behind everything. Well, he's not Jewish, okay? I mean, people argue with me on that point, but he's not. He's not Jewish. His family's mother and father were of Jewish descent, but they never practiced Judaism. And I know people argue with me on this all the time because it seems. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's one of those alphabet agency disinformation camps, kind of campaigns to blame Jews on all the problems in the world. It's a deflection. It's a scam. Pretty damn sure of it. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm not a fan of Bloomberg, but you know what? Bloomberg is nowhere near as bad as the guy over in Korea or something either, too. So, you you could probably smack him upside the head and reason with him once in a while. Now, as far as Hildebeest, maybe that noose is going to be getting around her neck pretty soon. I know these cop killings recently in Dallas have taken the heat off of her as far as the major news agencies go, but not as far as me. Hey, we remember we were a freaking lying, crooked witch. The noose is still ready. We're building the gallows, man. We got the tree. We got the Harley ready with the rope, man. We'll just, you're done. Fighting for us. What does that mean? Goldman Sachs? Is that who you're fighting for? Goldman Sachs, Billy Boy, your daughter, your daughter from Webb Hubble, and Umar Aberdeen. Is that who you like? Your main squeeze? You're not sure as hell ain't fighting for the people. You big scammer. Yeah, so you're back in the news by the Synergy 7 channel. I can tell you that right now. You're always going to be in the news by this channel, lady. Lady? Did I say lady? Oh, God. Anyway. The Hildebeest is a lady? I don't know about that. But anyway, so you got Obama, the jihadist in chief. It's a puppet of George Soros. Now, I just put out recently that, and I did this. I actually joined the Florida Sheriff's Association. I know they used to give me stuff in the mail. I'm like, what do you guys wanting me to join this stuff for? Don't you get paid? That's what I used to think. But as soon as these cops got killed in Dallas, and that didn't happen in Florida, I joined up. I said, this is getting ridiculous. The only way to stick it to Soros is you got to support your local police. Actually, I'm going to get some bumper stickers about, I don't know, support the sheriff, stick it to Soros. I'm actually going to get some bumper stickers that say that. Make them custom, just like hang the bitch, Hildebeest. Support your locals, support your sheriff, stick it to Soros, and stick it to Obama too, right? They're playing games. And these cop killers, man, I don't even know what the hell's going on in their head. This is a genuine file photo of a cop killer. I know he's a black guy, but he getting brain. First off, this guy, probably wasn't no professional hitman or nothing like that. He was, but there's professional hitman going on too. They got mercs in these shootings. I think that's what happened in this, Black Lives Matter parade, and that Black Lives Matter organization by Soros is the biggest crock of crap going. Because, you know what? If they cared about black lives, they would have, abort black people left and right, black babies left and right in the inner cities by Planned Parenthood, major freaking Clinton thing, right? You're killing more black people left and right, man. But you're like, what the hell, man? What the hell? I hope people see what the hell's going on, but maybe they won't. I don't know. But this guy, but also the propaganda is actually encouraging people to commit crimes against cops. And I can tell you right now, well, you know what? Honestly, the cops are like, it's a mixed bag. I think what most people think is they think most of the cops are mostly honest. I think that's the general opinion of people. But they know most people will tell you very few people will tell you all cops are 100% honest. I don't think there's anybody around that says that. But you know the deal. Actually, the cops are actually getting it screwed over as much as the people themselves, and I wouldn't want their job. You know, um, if I had their job, I'd have a silencer on my weapon. Flechettes that fired up from an air gun with poison darts. Okay, yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, nothing happened. There wasn't a weapon. I'm a kid, dude. But you know what? I mean, I can almost see what they're doing. That'd be a great cop, right? You wouldn't catch me though. I can tell you that right now. I would never get indicted for anything. Cause did you hear a gunshot? Hell no. Flechette with a air compressor thing with a poison dart at the end. Damn freaking. I know the guy's a crook. Why bother with the trial? So in a way, you cops, I agree with you. Shit. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I am joking. All right. Anyway, the thing is, freaking sick joke. But that's actually, you can tell I used to be in the military because that is really the kind of freaking sick humor that's in the military. You people that weren't in the military don't, because a lot of people do say that type of stuff in the military. It's sick jokes. Anyway, but that's the way it is. Doesn't mean they actually act upon it or anything. Now, I do respect a lot of the cops, generally speaking, because they can actually get screwed over more than the civilians by the same bullshit system because the higher ups can screw them over. Actually, that's the problem. Cops are freaking tasked with doing stuff the higher ups tell them to do. The politicians suck. Really, that's what it is, man. Who the hell elects them? We do. But you know what? They're silver-tongued devils because they tell you all this wonderful shit and then they go do something else. That's why you don't want to have too much power in the government. But we, the people, need to support the cops. And, my guns are supporting the police. I can tell you that right now. And I know some people have remarked on my channel that, what do you think your guns are going to save you from a criminal when sometimes a policeman that's trained can't save himself from a criminal? I can tell you right now, I can shoot better than a cop by far. I was actually battalion high shooter in the Marine Corps, and I consistently shot better. And that's not just a one-time fluke. I consistently shot better than. I was thinking about going to the Marine Corps rifle team. I know how to get in there. But the Marine Corps rifle team consistently shoots like 230 something on the average on the standard KD course, and that's with match ammo and freaking all the shooters jackets, leather sling, match barrels. I was doing that shit no problem. I shot 242 on stuff like that, but I mean that's on a windy range. Now I know I'm real rusty, but I can shoot, man. I could do the Hickok thing, no problem. But my guns are on the side of the cops, so don't worry, man. Now I'm going to tell you some of these people that freaking think you're going to go out there and protest against Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street. I want to give you a warning. I know the major media or the alternative or the fake alternative media likes to tell you, oh, the cops are going after you because you're protesting against Wall Street. But you know what? Actually, what's going on is they're being ordered to do that. That's number one. And number two is if there's ever like a really big protest, I'll guarantee you the evil bastard like Soros or some of these yo-yos behind the scenes that are financing all this crap, they're going to hire mercenaries, to snipe your ass while you're out there protesting. Just like I think with this Dallas thing, there wasn't just that one shooter they caught. There was a couple mercs out there that were snipers. And, of course, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I don't know what you got to find another name for that thing. That's a scam and a half. Soros don't give a shit about black lives at all. Well, actually, I think a lot of black people realize it. The other thing is, too, Obama's, it's just another thing for you white people out there, because I don't even know if the black people notice or white people notice. Obama ain't. I know his mother's white, right? But his daddy with the dark skin is very little like African Negro heritage. It's Arabic. The guy come from Muslim slave traders and slave owners. And whatever he even has that's, true black, Negro, whatever. And some people call that Israelite or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know, man. I don't even give a shit because some people getting all this heritage crap. But they're playing that card with this guy. Some people say, "Oh, we got the first black president. He's so divisive." He's not a black president, damn it. He's not black. And whatever little bit of percentage he has that's actually of the real black, like not Arabic, because most of his darker skin side from his father is Arabic. He's not even from this country. He's a commie, man. Just like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was our first communist president. He was like hand chosen to be in that Russian, what do you call it? That Russian American student exchange program, handpicked. And then he organized a protest against the Vietnam War as the organizer, head organizer, which always has a KGB handler, draft dodger in chief. And then he went to Moscow in the middle dead of the winter, right? That was Billy Boy. That's why even when, you got Vlad over here, acting like, I'm going to save this thing. Yeah, he could be all part of the scam. But, I don't know. To me, I think it's a big theatrical thing even when he says, I got an arrest warrant on Soros. Because you know what? If he wanted to, he can have him killed. Soros wouldn't be breathing right now if Vlad was pissed off at him. You know what I mean? It's all, to me, it could all just be a big show. Because Vlad can actually kill anybody he wants, man. He's got no problem. He can waste anybody, man. Actually, that's if the West can't get at him, he's too smart, But he could pretty much get at any leader over his country if he wanted to. So, they're all working together. Just got to tell you that. Because, I can tell you one thing. One thing where I tell you that the Russian government ain't going to save our asses is you look every time there's a contrived mass shooting on the major media. They're all contrived mass shootings. They're planned, set up, not by what people are saying in the major media. But every time there is one, Russia Today comes out and says, "See, the Americans got too many guns." Yeah, fuck you, man. You know what I'm We're going to have more guns, asshole. You know what? I can tell you one thing. Yeah, just protect your cops, man. Keep the keep the flanks guarded on the cops. That's what you got to do. Got to let them know what's going on. And like I said, I joined my Florida Sheriff's Association. I didn't even go as a standard membership. I went for the more premier membership. And I forget what the hell. It's just actually what made me do that. It was like what happened here in Dallas, man. I was like, holy shit. That's the best way to stick it at Soros. Yeah, if you had like 100 million people just sign up for the Sheriff's Association, their Sheriff's Association in their state. Or, even like 10 million people more did it. That would be nice, That would be nice. And, see, I never did police work. I only did military work. Which means, target. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. So, anyway. I see like an asshole trying to kill a cop. That asshole's dead meat. I won't try to wound him. The whole 180 rounds is going to go into him. 630 round magazines. As fast as I can freaking pull the trigger. As a matter of fact, I might even get one of those goddamn things. What do they call those? A rapid fire? It's like a semi-automatic that's got a fast reset. It goes like boom, 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 like that pretty quick. That might be a pretty good thing to have because I'm getting sick of this bullshit with Soros, man. You're for gun control? Screw you. That ain't going to ever happen. You know why? Because in the Philippines, a guy could take a block of steel and a file. Not even like have an end mill and a lathe. A file. A file and a vise, right? In the Philippines. By hand. And make a Colt 45 ACP in 2 weeks. And it's perfect. It's like just as good as the shit that's coming out of the factories in the States. With all the bells and whistles on it. With the extra dovetail and the better serrations and all that other crap, right? Out of 4140 steel. heat treated to Rockwell 30. You know, that's, they just buy a hunk of metal and they make it with a file. You see, you're not going to be able to freaking stop the weapons, man. And we the people, you know what? You freaking make the weapons illegal, we're all going to be renegades, man. We're all going to be outlaws. Too bad. Too bad, sucker. And you guess who we're going to be fighting? Crusty old fucks like you. That's who. Right? Got it? So the spirit of 1776 is not within Alex Jones. It's on the Size 7 channel because, you know, that fat bastard has never had lineage going back to that. It's been my family that goes back to the Revolutionary War. And it's my family that goes back to Confederacy. And it's me, moi, and my father and my grandfather who've been fighting in these wars and shit like that. None of you bastards that are in the freaking alternative media that try to scare people. And I'm going to tell you something concrete to do. If you want to stick it to this bastard, George Soros, go join. Do it right now. Would it cost you $50 to get the standard, or $25 or something to get the standard membership, or $100 to get your super duper membership or whatever, or even just do the standard membership in your state sheriff's association. And you know what? When you email them, tell them you did it because Dallas was freaking perpetrated by George Soros, and I want to send a message to George Soros. You're a piece of scum, and we're supporting our police. You know, we're not getting antagonistic with the police. We're supporting our sheriffs and our police. So go shove it, you commie bitch. And if Putin, if you're worth a shit, hey, just whack this asshole. Why even bother freaking arresting him? By the way, you can flush this thing, the blueberry, down the toilet too. Fighting for us, fighting for Goldman Sachs. She's an evil lady. Or if you want to make some money at the thing, you could sell tickets to her hanging. I'll buy a ticket. You know, it'd be like a concert. We could have a band out there. We could play the band. And, everybody be cheering. We have all our lighters and stuff. Yay! Then we could have at the end Hillary hanging from a noose. How's that? Anyway, this is my update. It's politically incorrect. I don't give a damn. You know what? And you know what? It's the only place I'm getting, because I'm getting so sick of these freaking even alternative yo-yos, even on the alternative media. I know they're a bunch of worms, too. They're like politically correct. They're afraid. And, the thing is, actually, what I'm really telling you is that, the blatant truth is George Soros is a cop killer. That's exactly what it is. He's a cop killer. He's funding organizations that are being told to kill cops. He's guilty of all kinds of hate speech, for one, if that's a rule, which whatever the hell that is. He's aiding and abetting hate crimes. Well, screw him, man. Screw him. Screw you too, lady. Freaking blueberry with the wrinkles under that freaking thing. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done with this bullshit, So, got to give the truth out here, and, I'm not going to put it out to you. Hey, I want to cheer you up when I'm doing it. For my type of audience, I'm cheering you up when I'm doing it, right? Yeah, and you know what? We actually got to go back to the old style cops, I mean, today the cops are getting like, they got to walk around with a freaking bazooka and shit, and drive around a car with an armored tank wheels on it or something. Well, not all of them, but I mean, it's getting too militarized. You know what I mean? We the people could be militarized. We support the police. We support the police. Hoorah, right? All the way. And I'm here to support and defend the police against all foreign enemies, foreign and domestic. And that includes Soros and his freaking corrupt, criminally financed organizations that he's playing games with in the United States. And, if I ever get on the, what the hell you call it, the Southern Poverty Law Center, as the Size 7 channel is a terrorist organization, I'm going to say, well, that's great, you fucking piece of shit. Because, the Southern Poverty Law Center is actually Soros, putz lying communists. That's what I call them. So, I'm all on the side of the police here, and we got to go back to the old style cops. And, Actually, we need a lot more special deputy sheriffs, so when they give the citizens these badges, special deputy sheriff, and we could be out there with binoculars and stuff, watching out for snipers on the roof every time these cops are getting set up. Because I'll be out there. I'll tell you what, man. I'll do my shit over my state. I'll tell you that right now. I'll volunteer. That's where you're not on the payroll. Special deputy sheriff means you're not on the payroll. You'll work with the police and you help them out. You help them out. The first thing you ought to do is join your state sheriff's association. I don't know, what is it, $25 for the standard membership, or you could pay more money, whatever. $25 a year ain't shit, right? It's just like a couple less boxes of Cheerios. That's all that is.